My name is Beth Gardiner. I'm a freelance environmental journalist based in London. I wanted to go to China to tell a story about air pollution that is a little bit unfamiliar to readers, I think. We all know that China suffers from some of the worst air pollution in the world. That is certainly the case. More than 1 million Chinese people die prematurely every year from the terrible air quality that they have there. But there's something else going on too. Over the last 3 or 4 years, the Chinese government has begun, partly in response to real public anger over this problem, they have begun to engage in a serious way with reducing air pollution. They are pushing on a number of fronts to try to bring down their pollution levels, and indeed there has been some success. The air pollution level in Beijing and other cities is gradually inching downwards. It's a dynamic that has important consequences, not just for the health of China's people, but for the global struggle against climate change, because one of the biggest contributors to Chinese air pollution is coal. Very heavy industry, burning coal in steel mills, petrochemical plants, coal power plants. This is not only poisoning China's air, but it is what makes China the largest carbon emitter in the world. And what we have seen as the government has taken steps to push back against air pollution is that Chinese coal use has begun to inch downwards a couple of percentage points every year over the past 3 or 4 years. This is a trend with global implications, and it is one that also has great implications for the health of people living in China. I went to a solar panel manufacturing plant outside of Shanghai and saw solar panels coming off the assembly line to be exported around the world. Chinese manufacturing has helped to drive down the price of solar power globally, and solar power installations are being built around the country as part of the effort to stem coal use. I also visited a city called Tangshan, which is a hub of heavy industry about an hour and a half from Beijing, and I saw steel mills and coal power plants in a landscape that was almost dystopic in its industrial use. And I met steel workers there and heard their experiences in the factories as this industry changes and begins to contract. So there's some important changes happening in China, and we will have to continue to watch them and see whether the downward trends continue in both coal usage and carbon emissions. If they do, there are enormous implications for the planet.